So I recently got my tragus pierced in Australia, and since I do a lot of videos on my ear piercings and jewelry, I thought I would talk about the experience a little bit. I do have a video of me getting pierced. I'll show it later, but I'll let you know when to skip it in case you are nervous about that. I've been wanting to get a few more ear piercings for a little while now, but I was just never sure on when and where, and I just wanted to be mindful because I did have some trips coming up where I would want to be swimming, that kind of thing. So when I was in Australia, it was kind of a bit of a spontaneous thing. I didn't plan on it at first, but I was having a conversation with some people and one of them had their tragus pierced as well. So then I was like, maybe I'll just go tomorrow and go get my tragus pierced spontaneously. And at first it was kind of a joke, but then I was like, you know what, that actually would be a good idea. It could be a great permanent souvenir. So I decided to go on my last day of the trip since I was in a beach town. I wanted to make sure that I could swim as much as possible in the lovely, lovely water over there. So on my last day in the afternoon, I went with a friend to go looking for a piercing place. The one we originally planned on going to was closed, so we ended up going to another one, and thankfully they accepted walk-ins. There was just one guy working there and he took us in almost immediately. And then the actual piercing went quite normally. Everything was very normal. I do have a little video of me getting pierced. It's not a super close-up. You can't really see any needles. There's no blood. So if you want to skip for any reason, go to this timestamp over here. But anyway, if you are watching, then here's the little clip.
Take a big deep breath in and breathe out. Are you feeling okay?
That one felt like a thick bit.
It is a little bit chunky there. Yeah, I'm just going to pull this tube through a bit more. Okay, I'm going to start to pull the jewelry back through. So you're just going to feel the control of this part. And then the butter's going to come through now. So we're just going to put the ball on and clean it up.
It's just not recommended.
You did it! Alright, so that's how the piercing went, and if you skipped, then basically it was very normal, nothing out of the ordinary. The guy cleaned my ear, he used a piercing needle, not a gun, and from the video it looks like I had no reaction, but actually this was the most painful piercing I had to that date. Since then I have gotten my belly button pierced, and that was way worse for some reason than any of my ear piercings. That part of my ear is a lot thicker than I expected, and it's going to depend on everyone's anatomy and everyone's pain tolerance. I do think I have a pretty high pain tolerance though, but it just felt like when he was piercing it, it just took forever to get through my ear, and it felt like he had to put a lot of pressure on it because it is such a thick, hard part of the ear. It wasn't all too bad though, and I didn't get dizzy or anything. In terms of cleaning and healing, I did not buy a saline solution because I had one at home, but I was in Australia, so I didn't have one with me. That night I just DIY'd a little saline solution at the hostel kitchen, and that next morning I had to leave and catch a flight. So that entire flight I didn't clean it, and it was a 25-hour flight. So I basically didn't clean my ear for a whole day, and then as soon as I got home I cleaned it and it was fine. It wasn't infected or anything, and it really didn't hurt at all. I've just been cleaning it as per usual twice a day, and I forgot about it really quickly. Like, it stopped bothering me very quickly. The tragus piercing is in a spot where, at least for me, it doesn't really get caught on anything or snagged on anything, so that definitely helps the healing process. The only thing was that you can't really wear earbuds because the back of the earring is right in your ear canal. Since then I have swapped out the jewelry for a smaller piece, and I really like the way this looks now. It's so beautiful. I probably swapped it out a little bit too soon, but I really just didn't want to wear that other one anymore. It was just so big and bulky. It's definitely been one of the easiest piercings to heal so far, and it is not totally healed yet. Cartilage piercings can take up to a year to heal fully, if not longer, but since it's kind of out of the way, it really doesn't bug me at all. Overall, my tragus was a really good, easy experience. It was the most painful, but that being said, it really wasn't all that bad. I think a painful healing process is worse than a painful piercing, if that makes sense. So like I said, since then I have gotten my belly button pierced. That was a whole thing. So if you want to hear about my belly button piercing experience, then let me know in the comments and I'll make another quick little video about it. I have a few other videos on my piercings, such as my conch piercing experience, and also videos on where I get my jewelry from and what kind of cartilage jewelry you should be getting. So if you want to watch those, I'll link them all down in the description. Don't forget to click that subscribe button because I do lots of videos on earrings, jewelry, and overall just how to be a very like aesthetic, put together person, if that makes sense. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!